Hey guys, what's up? Caleb here, and I'm in Japan, specifically in my dorm room. And since coming to Japan, I've noticed that there are a lot of certain things here that wouldn't necessarily see too much of in other countries. Now, given I am American, my voice should give it away, and I grew up in Papua New Guinea, so my scope of knowledge is limited to those two countries in terms of like extensive knowledge. I know some about a lot of other countries. But anyways, if you live in Uzbekistanesia, then you have all these things, and good for you. I didn't know. I'm sorry. But it's going to be aimed mostly towards, I guess, Westerners. So, 5 things I have seen a lot in Japan that I don't see other places. There's more, but 5 is a good number. So, get started. Number 1. There are a lot of Konbinis here. Konbini is basically a convenience store, and if you're from the States, it's essentially a gas station without the gas. Like it's just like the inside. It's just a really small store. It's got tiny little bit of everything. You got hot food, you got cold food, you got some like really basic office supplies. You got like some gloves and things. You've got all sorts of magazines, lots of drinks, etc., etc. You can actually go you can live in a konbini. They have like you can buy pasta and rice and stuff there too. I wouldn't recommend it. It's like, cheaper to buy elsewhere, but it's convenient. Konbini, convenient for reasons, and those are everywhere. I think the major chains that I know are 7-Eleven, Family Mart, and then there's like New Days, which shows up in a lot of train stations, and there's other various companies that own a lot as well. So yeah, you'll definitely see a lot of those, and it's great because they really are convenient because you don't have to go very far at all to get what you need. Number 2 would be bicycles. You'll see a lot of bicycles when you get here, and in fact, you will probably own a bicycle once you get here because that is like, aside from trains and buses, that is the main form of transportation here. Sure, you can get a car if you want to pay tons of taxes and gas, but for the most part, like I said, konbinis are really close. Like everything you need is usually in a close radius. I guess if you're out in the country or inaka, then yes, you might need a car. Or if your job is far away from your apartment, you might need a car. But for me as a university student, all I need is a bike. I can go to the train station in about 20 minutes. And for a point of reference, I walked, and that was like 40-minute walk. Yeah, so you've got a pretty wide range with your bicycle here. They almost all come with baskets on the front. I'll do a video on what my bike looks like and what a general bike is, and like in Japan, and how to get them, and etc., etc. But anyways, you'll see tons of bikes. Number 3 would be small dogs. Now, there's dogs in a lot of countries, I suppose. There's a lot of dogs in America, a lot of dogs in Papua New Guinea, but here there are a lot of tiny dogs. I think I've seen like 4 big dogs here. That's it, 4. But there are chihuahuas and little like dachshunds and tiny little dogs all over the place here. It's like 99% sure it's because of the small space here. It's just not practical for most people to own a big dog like a lab or a golden retriever and have it in their house. So they have these little ones. They actually carry them in their purses. I have actually seen somebody pushing dogs around in a stroller. So they love them, but they're so small. I don't have anything against small dogs. Just I myself prefer a big dog I can wrestle with and play around with. Number 4 would be vending machines. Vending machines, like there's like at least as many vending machines in Japan as there are dogs in Japan, or maybe more vending machines. Like there are vending machines everywhere, on every corner. Well, pretty much, and they're never by themselves hardly. Usually you've got like 2 or 3. They come in flocks. There's flocks of vending machines, and they don't sell just like what. In the States, most vending machines just sell cold sodas and water, I suppose, whereas here you can get cold soda, you can get juice. I guess they sell juice in the States as well. There's hot coffee, cold coffee, onion soup sometimes. You can buy some pretty weird stuff in vending machines here. And I'm sure I haven't even seen the weirdest stuff yet, but as far as food, there's a lot of different vending machine kind of food things around. all over the place, which is great. But once you get here, you might think, oh, it's a pretty good price. But actually, if you go and buy like a soda inside one of the stores, it's going to be like a dollar cheaper usually. So I would recommend not really using those unless you were like, oh, I need water. Give me sugar in water. Thumbs up if you get that reference. And number 5 would be Japanese people. And this sounds like a cop-out, doesn't it? Of course, if you go to America, there's going to be a lot of Americans. Obviously, Caleb. If you go to Papua New Guinea, there's going to be a lot of Papua New Guineans. But, I mean ethnically Japanese people. And this might sound obvious and still sound like a cop-out, so let me keep going. If you go to America, yes, you will see lots of Americans. But you will see lots of Americans that come from different countries. There's a lot of ethnic diversity there. But in Japan, by far and away, Japanese people make up the majority of the population. You will feel like a little strange at first when you see other foreigners, just because it's so rare. You're like, oh, look, it's another person, it's another Westerner, it's another person from my country, whatever. It's kind of a weird feeling. Like, I am over it now, because I live in a university where there's other people that look like me. But when you first get here, you feel kind of isolated, and that doesn't ever. I've only been here 3 months, but that still exists to some extent. But you get used to it. So when you come here, you're just gonna have to get used to the fact that you are going to be an oddity. It's just gonna be like that. I guess if you're Asian, you can get away with blending in until, of course, you try to speak Japanese, and then unless you're fluent, like if you are Japanese, like they'll notice that you're not Japanese. Basically, you're gonna stand out, and you just have to get used to it. And so, to reiterate, I suppose my five things were 1 Konbinis, 2 dogs, 3 vending machines, 4 bikes, 5 Japanese people. And that was completely out of order, but in that order, not really, but there were 5 of them, and I just listed all 5 of them. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I enjoy making these, and if you guys ever have any questions, if your family or friends back home, you want to know, I don't know, something specific about how it's different for me here than it is for you there, or if you are interested in coming over here and you want to know what to look out for or what to look forward to or something to prepare for, just message me. Comment on the video, or can you see my hand gestures? Comment on the video or message me privately or publicly. Send me mail and send me cookies. That would work. If you send me cookies, I would definitely make a video about whatever you wanted me to do, if it was within reason. If you want to see more of my life in Japan, and also just what life in Japan is like in general, just make sure you subscribe. I try to make videos pretty regularly. Sometimes school gets rough. Right now I'm studying exclusively Japanese, so I can get a little bit bogged down, but I do try to have something out every week. This is me signing off. Peace out, cow cows.